Ready.
Watch me prep and yarn over. Watch me roll this up and get better. Hey y'all. Okay, so this is actually my second time doing this video because the first one was way too long and I'm trying to get like a balance. So basically these videos are for time management when it comes to prepping before these markets, because I tend to, like, on Friday be doing like last minute stuff, which is fine, but it gets to the point to where at times I'm up in the morning or late at night, and no, the last thing I want to be doing that day, put like this, that day I want to be finishing up. That night I want to be putting the stuff in the vehicle for the next day, and I already have everything set. So this video I will go over like basically what is to come, and then we'll see how it goes, and just let me know how y'all think and feel about this. And then on Friday I'm gonna try to do another one for Friday. I haven't thought up exactly like the little parody song I'm gonna do with it, because as you can see, that's the basis of these two videos that I've done. For Wednesday I'm gonna get back to doing that, but what I'm gonna do is some of these projects that I haven't finished, or well, I only have really one that I haven't finished now. Proud of myself. Let's do this, y'all. But anyway, it's basically either I'm going to be doing on Wednesday, either it's going to be something for the market, like finishing up a certain new item I haven't made, or it's going to be this one item I haven't finished yet that I've been working on and off for a while. And but if I do that one, I'm just going to do parts to it. So part one of this whip or part two of this whip. But that's for Wednesday. So anyway, back to this. So I'm going to go over inventory, and this inventory is going to be for my items I need, like yarn, if I need to get some more polyfill or things like that. The second thing I'm going to go over is inventory, like far as the inventory for the market in this sense, not what I have. Friday, that'll be the video I will make for that, like what all I crocheted and everything else and what I got prepared for the next day. And slash, it'll be the finishing of if I need to put tags on it or anything like that. So this one, the gist of this would be what I need to make for the market, and what's been selling out, what I'm thinking about making new or something, because every market I add something new that I haven't made. Basically things like that, and then I think it's like one other thing. So items need to make, what the material for the make, the items to be made, and it feels like it's something else. But either way, we'll get to it. Alright, so, oh yeah, I can show you what I bought. So Monday's supposed to be the start of it. Alright, so I did go to Walmart because it's just right here in town for us. Well, it's closest to town. And so I got some Bernat or Bernat or whoever blanket yarn. I got this one, I think it's Cole. Yeah, I got Cole. This is new. It's called the Burn Blanket Tie-Dye-ish, and it's in Wispy Whites. I like this. And this last one I got is Inkwell. Yeah, Inkwell and Bernat Blanket. These three I got from Walmart, and I also got some stuff we need for the house. But these three I got because I use the blanket yarn the most when it comes to like my chickens, cats, things like that. And I have used it for my bees. Quick little thing for that if you don't know. That's how I'm using Parfait Chunky yarn. And both of these have the size 6 super bulky. That's the sizes these are. But if you actually compare the yarns, you can tell that the Parfait Chunky is a little bit thinner in a way. You can't really tell, but you might, I don't know. But anyway, this is more thicker and it's held together better for me. It's easier to break this yarn. So what I do is that I had ran out of Parfait Chunky in black for my bees. And so what I ended up doing was I used a bigger hook size for my Parfait Chunky and a smaller hook size for my Bernat Blanket. And it made it pretty even. So in other words, let's say I was originally would use like a 4 or something like that. I would use a 5 in this, and then I would use a 3 in this one. That's an example. So that's another thing too. I can show you what I already have made, but I'm gonna go through what else I got. I went to Hobby Lobby and I got the R&B Cozy Occasion in mustard. I also used this for chickens and cats. I tried it out last time. I loved it, but I don't use this for everything because I actually made my baby's doctor because he had to go to a specialist. He's doing good. He has good results and everything else. But I actually made him an alligator with this green over here. This it was a darker green. There's somewhere in there. But I made him with that, and it was actually tougher because it was more precise than using it for the other things. And so I kind of told myself I'll stick to other yarn. And I also got some wiggle eyes, and these are the 15 millimeter solid black eyes. I actually want by Treehouse. I actually want to get like a bulk of these. I use a lot of these size and other ones, and I don't want to get most of them when I go because if somebody else needs them. But I actually do go through a lot of those. Okay, so part of this video, part of these videos might have me restocking some of this stuff, or rolling up the yarn and all that. I'm not gonna say I'm actually gonna be crocheting per se a lot in these videos because I actually need to be working. But you'll pretty much get snippets of what I need to do. Okay, so that's what I recently got. Now, as far as the farmers markets, what I've been selling and what I need to make. So I've had 4 farmers markets this season. My first time doing the markets was last season. It was like the fall winter season, but it mainly was in fall. And then I did a Christmas festival. The things that sold a lot were like I sold a lot of beads. I used to do a certain item, but I decided not to do it no more. I don't even want to say it because it was, I guess it could be copyrighted. I actually contacted the company to make sure if I could and could not, but it was after the fact. And I told them I wasn't going to make it anymore. So even when it comes to if someone wants to order something, I won't make something that's considered copyright because I don't want to get in trouble. But the company was awesome. You know, they wasn't going to pursue anything. I was honest with them. And I asked, could I? And they were like, no, you shouldn't. It's considered copyright. As far as if we're going to pursue you, per se, I can't say if we're actually going to pursue you, but it does happen. So that's all you need to tell me. I'm not going to mess with it. So I've done 4 of them, and I'll tell you what has sold very well. The chickens, the cats, the bees. I've made other items on and off, or just one-time items. Like I did a chicken nugget, it sold off. The axolotls, I made a couple, then I started making more, and those sell really good. Chameleons as well. Some of my older items, from last year, that didn't sell, they actually sold. And so I was like, that's cool. So never give up on certain items unless they just, if they don't sell at all, then, charge the game, give it as a gift or something. But, at the end of the day, you do your best, and that's why I've been looking at. I've been looking at what's selling and what doesn't sell. So what's been selling out completely has been chickens every single time. The cats and the bees have, but I only had one market to where it didn't, and me and my husband discussed that. It's usually because we're usually at the riverbank, and if we have to move to the actual street before the riverbank, that's when we don't do as well. We still do good, but not as well. We're not going to sell out of a lot of our items unless we only have 1 or 2 of those. And so he was telling me about, make sure you take a break this season. I told him if I do, it will be if we have to move, because usually it's like a festival or some kind of event, and it's just easier for other people to have a riverbank, and we have the street. And what they do, they'll just, block off that street for the farmers market vendors. My scrunchies and hair ties sold out this past time. Yeah, I actually haven't made any new ones this season until like this last couple of days. I kind of made some on and off. I have to show you what they look like. They're actually pretty good because you can get a whole bunch of the regular hair ties, little cheap ones. And what you do is when you crochet, you're doing a protective covering over it. And these don't get caught in my hair at all. And I can be very not pain. I feel like this. I don't take care of my hair and stuff like I need to. And they still don't get caught in my hair. They don't break. The hair ties don't break. You can wash these, all the above. So make sure if you do make these, make sure you tell your customers that, because these scrunchies and hair ties, they're cute and everything else, but they also sell very well, and you can make a profit off of them. Just even if you buy one thing of hair ties and then make them and everything, and you can always do different designs and stuff. And I also let them do mix and match, and I do 3 for 2. And so you profit, you make your money back, even if you include cost of yarn and buying those and then crocheting over them and all that. So Uh, Pickles. They sold really well. I only had one of those left now. Okay, so here's the thing. As I pay attention to not only what sells, but colors and all that too. And I noticed the chameleon and axolotl, the only color I have left, I only have one each of those now. And the only color I have left is red. So for some reason, they don't seem like red. I'm going to still, excuse me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make either one or two more of those and of a different color and set them beside. And then if the red ones still don't sell, I'm going to hold them off until fall or Christmas. And if they still don't sell, charge it to the game. But I'll let something stay there for a few weeks, depending on what it is. And if it doesn't sell, then I just don't do it. Another thing I learned is not to have items that are too high. Like last year, I had some high items, but I try to keep some fives, and then most of my items are $7-10. Besides like the hair ties, the lowest. And then I'll have some 20s and $30 items. The highest I'll go, I go and I told my husband is like 30 to 35. And I've sold like from like the 20 to 35 range. This season I've sold these parakeets that were detail made. I'll put pictures of that. Some mermaids. Dragonfly. It was a nice size dragonfly too. I didn't know it was gonna be that big. Different items like that I've made that were pretty big, and they all sold. But granted, I only made like one or two of them. I'm not making a whole bunch of them because I want to make sure that I don't have it anymore. Basically that. So I did make one chicken so far. I went ahead and made it all the way. I only had a little bit of this yarn left, which I didn't see this white yarn last time I went. So maybe it sold out because it did have some spots. And this yarn I got from Hobby Lobby as well as another Cozy Occasion, but it's in white. Another thing I'll do too when I'm prepping is, you saw in the video, the introductory video, you've seen how I had like these little sleeves of bee colors. And what I'll do is I'll make these and the wings, and then all I have to do is go and add the eyes, the wings, and stuff it and sew it, and close it up and everything. And so the reason why I do that is because I can go ahead and work up as much as I can down. Just all I gotta do is the details. So like with the cats, I gotta add the facial and then put the tail on it and stuff and stuff, and the eyes and all that. So I'll make up what a lot of people call them shells. And so that way I won't have to finish and focus on it. I decided to finish that chicken yesterday. But otherwise, that's what I usually do. The hair ties is something I can do in the car or anywhere, really. Because I don't need much material. Like, I don't need stuffing. I don't need the eyes. I don't need all that sewing stuff. I don't need it. I mainly just need a hook, scissors, and call it a day, So, yeah. So, basically, what I'm going to try to do is... Oh, that's another thing, too. I usually make at least 3 cats, 3 bees, and 3 chickens. And this last time I made 5 chickens. One other market, it must have been, I think it was the second market this season, I did end up having like 5 cats. And they sold out and everything. But only one market this season, I haven't sold out of all my cats and bees. I had 1 each left or whatever. And that was like I said, when we was on the street and not on the actual bank, riverbank. And plus it has more parking down there. Compared to having to walk as much, like you can park down there. And you can park on the street and also come down there too. So... I'm going to try to make at least 3 cats and maybe more again. But I want to, this is pretty much the thing. I want to have my base, which is 3 of each. But I know for a fact I need to make more chickens because they sell out every time and people are usually looking for more. Like this last time I had at least 3 more people still looking for chickens after I sold my 5. So I'm going to try to up my chickens. But I always make 3 bees guaranteed. Only reason why is because the bees last season was on and off, and this season they kind of seem like they either get them right off or they kind of get them throughout the hours. So it's like I'm still not confident enough to make more than 3 bees at a time. My cats, like I said, I'm gonna make sure I make at least 3, but I'm gonna try to add more than 3. It depends on how I am with this yarn because I only use one type of yarn with those. My footballs is actually my pattern. Fun fact. But out of the 3 I made, I sold 2 this last time. before that I sold both of the ones. So I kind of averaged 2 footballs. So 3 footballs ain't bad. I'm gonna keep it kind of around that until I see a difference. And they mainly like the regular color, the brown and white. I have made like in different sports teams colors, but I don't put the logo or nothing like that on there because once again, I'm trying to have no copyright. You can make anything in the color as long as you don't claim it as that. That's the closest I'll go to something like that. The axolotls and the chameleons, I already said, just make like 1 or 2 more of each of those to see around about how they are with that. The pickles, I sell a few each time. So I'm just gonna at least make sure the jar is good, because the jar I use is like I can put at least 4 in there without them laying over or anything. And plus, I don't think I can put the 5th. I think the last time I just like stuffed it in there and then just barely put it on top. So when I actually present, I've had a pickle on the outside. So I'll probably make sure I have at least 4 pickles. Like I said, I have random $5 items that I sell. Like I can get a whale, it'll be random fruit like a blueberry, strawberry, or it could be a whale or anything like that I make about your hand size or so. And then I sell those for $5, and also my keychains. Usually if I try something new and it comes out smaller than I wanted, or I'm like, I'm only gonna make 1 of these, I'll make it a keychain. Being honest, I will make it a keychain. And usually they sell that way. Like matter of fact, one of the pickles I made last time, I wasn't liking how small it was, and I actually took some more stuffing out of it because I could, and made it about this size and put a keychain on it, and it sold before the actual pickles did. So I actually sold more than those pickles altogether. Like I said, I only had 1 keychain left. People love keychains because you can put them on your backpacks, on your actual key ring, or just anywhere. I like keychains. I only have 1 headband left, which I'm not making too many of them until the fall, because they're like a few at a time, and I'm not gonna. So they're gonna have that 1 headband unless they order. I'll make something if you order. That's something too. Right now I don't have a lot of orders. They actually been more spaced out this year than last year. A lot of people had babies last year. Looked like that, that was near us. So that's basically it. I'm gonna close out this video. I don't want to make it too long. I did include a lot of information, but still. So anyway, so Friday I should show you what I made, what I decided not to make, what I did make, what I decided to make more of or something new, and all that. And so bear with me. It's going to be different than this video next time. See y'all later.